Hi there, this is Jason. If you, like me, are a fan of Mike Mignola's Hellboy and the BPRD, you've probably heard of Hellboy the board game. Today we're going to take a look at what's in it in this unboxing. According to this, the contents of the box includes 25 miniatures. Be interested in seeing who's represented. 4 agents, 3 bosses, and 18 minions. Dice, double-sided room tiles, over 160 cards, 120 tokens and counters, a quick start guide, and a rule book. So we'll go ahead, cut open the shrink wrap, and let's have a look-see. The box is definitely sturdy. Has to be because it's rather heavy. And here you can see the Dark Horse Comics logo and Mantic. They're the makers of Kings of War, so you know there are going to be some very detailed miniatures in this box. Come on. There we go. Alright, this must be the quick start guide. Got some nice Mike Mignola Hellboy artwork. Hellboy the board game. Nice distinctive artwork style, heavy on the shadows. An advertisement for something called Dungeon Saga, also from Mantic. Player cards. You have Hellboy with a sort of special rules. So the other BPRD agents include Liz Sherman, who's also fireproof, but also volatile. Johann Kraus, and there's Abe Sapien. Ooh, look at that. Got some heavy duty tokens. Look how thick these chipboards are. So here, these are apparently room tiles with doorway tiles, some random looking dude, holes in the floor. Okay, these look bloody. They must be wounds of some sort. More room tiles on the back. Examination tiles, that's cool. Some alphabet tiles. The rules probably explain what those are for. Alright, here's a tracker of some sort. There's a different variation of that on the back. Okay, more room tiles. Interesting stuff. A collection of books. Now, after I end up popping these out, I gotta tell you, I compulsively hoard the sprues that chits come on for reasons I don't fully understand. If that's something that you do, then let me know in the comments. Do you ever use them, or do you just have them lying around or stuffed in your boxes? Here we go. I can't remember her name. She's one of the... Now here's the part I was excited about. These are very cool to look at. Debating whether or not to paint them later on. Here we have the tentacle monster. Is featured in the comics, also made an appearance in the first movie. And this, I'm trying to remember what this is. It's been a while. I need to dust off my old trades and get some interesting things. We have custom dice. I like that. The BPRD logo on this one here. Okay, let's see. These rats are frogs. Plagues of frogs. Neat. At least I think they're frogs. Now, here we've got Hellboy. We've got Johann Kraus. Very detailed figures. There's Liz Sherman with a fire effect coming off the end of her hand. Got Abe Sapien here. And take a look. It's Rasputin. You can tell he's got that distinctive pentagram logo on his robes. Here we have assorted monsters. There's this guy with a hook. There seem to be 3 of him. This guy here with the tongue. There's 3 of him too. They appear to be the same kind of creature. This one with his hands out, 3 of him. And this one looking like he's about to strike. 3 of him as well. Now we have these orange dice. They only appear to have 1 pip, 2 pips, or no pips. Have the BPRD die, skull, circular arrow, BPRD, 2 hits, 1 hit, times 2. Here appears to be standard die with crosses in place of pips. The yellow die, half of the sides have 1 pip, half of them none. And then the red die, 2 sides with 1 pip, 2 sides with 2 pips, 1 3-pip side, and 1 blank. Wow, trays and trays and trays. These must be the cards and things we are promised. Here we have small cards. So these represent, these are encounter cards. These represent the forces that you see here in a particular room. Here it says Scenery 1, a clue, a frog swarm, and Minion B. We have some nice colorful things. These must go, I imagine these fit. Yep. That's neat. We have some tiny little counter cubes, mostly black, some of them multicolored. We have these little tiny disc things, BPRD case files. So these must change according to rounds of play. You peel them off of the top, it looks like, and they're arranged into individual decks. So I suppose each one of these decks is a scenario. Hey, you read this. These decks of cards are case files. You should have 6 in this box. These are BPRD classified, so don't open them yet. Each case file is a different scenario you can play, and the first time you play it, it should be a surprise, so no peeking until the time is right. The game will tell you when to open them. This case file is the least complex and is used as a tutorial. We recommend you put the others back in the box. Maybe just forget they exist for now. So here's your tutorial deck. Perils of the Job, Hunting Party, Missing Persons, Downward Spiral, that sounds dangerous, and Door Number 1. And they include a nice convenient bag to put them all in. That's considerate. And then the Deck of Doom. That sounds ominous. So, Deck of Doom and encounters. You'll cycle through these over the course of play. And each one of these scenarios gets its own case file deck. That's cool. So, hopefully we'll be able to get a group together and give this a try. I know a game like this is likely to be more fun with more people, and we'll have to wait for the quarantine to blow over before that happens. But thank you for joining me for this unboxing of Hellboy, the board game, with lots of very cool, very detailed miniatures from Dark Horse Comics and Mantic. Alright, have a great rest of your day, and don't forget to live your life the Meeple Witch way, dine in, and game on.